Rants of Fury.
Face. Okay, here we are. And in this week's Rants of Fury, it's Cypher and the boys.
Cypher and the boys.
Cypher being Cypher and the boys being the Fallen.
Yeah, indeed.
Cypher
The big
and
Cypher.
the boys.
You see that big boy over there?
That's Cypher.
That's Cypher. His new model from about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it's actually a very cool model.
Yeah, it is. I won it 3 years ago.
That's about the only thing that's cool, though. about
Yeah.
it. So let's just jump right into it. So shall we start with Cypher or shall we start with the Fallen?
Let's start with the boys.
Let's start with the
his
boys
backup dancers.
with his backup group, the boy.
With his
So
cheerleaders.
you're a Dark Angel player. Like rule or fluff wise, story wise, what are the Fallen?
Yeah, so as most of you know, the Dark Angels are the first Legion, and they had a little bit of secrets going on in their Legion. And
As
when,
you do.
Yeah, and when Horus actually did his thing, there was a part of the Dark Angels that was corrupted by his ways. I think you could call it that.
Okay.
And they actually split up into the Fallen and the rest of the Dark Angels. And in my opinion, there's no real, if you're Fallen, it could actually be like you're the good guys.
Yeah, you fell down.
Yeah,
I fell down.
Yeah, so let's just say that the Fallen are the guys who are being hunted by the Dark Angels for their sins. So all the repent stuff that the Dark Angels are always talking about, it's all about them.
I see.
So they want them to repent.
All right, but they're in the Chaos Codex.
Yeah, indeed.
So they're Chaos Warriors, basically.
Basically,
Chaos.
they are Chaos Space
Yeah,
Marines. Yeah,
Chaos, yeah.
basically, yeah.
No, we're not Chaos. We don't subscribe
The-
to your ideology.
No, the Fallen.
We
were
are the Fallen.
Yeah, the Fallen were actually in the Codex, like a Dark Angel Codex.
If they are they also in the Dark Angel Codex?
They were in 7th or 6th edition or something, and the Cypher was as well, but
But they got switched over to the Chaos side now.
yeah, because So what Cypher actually does is, I don't know if you're
Yeah.
going into the fluff or
Yeah, I read about him this afternoon.
yeah. So what he actually does is he stole the sword of swords. Like you can see it on his back.
Mhm.
He has a big ass sword.
Yeah.
He stole from the Dark Angels, and he he skipped. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna take the sword. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here." And he has some kind of he's uncatchable.
Because that's Lion L's sword.
Lion L's sword, like
Yeah.
Lion L. Johnson's sword, the primary sword.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he always comes in the heat of battle. He does his thing,
Yeah,
and
I
then the
read
Dark
about it.
Angels want to catch him, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gone."
Yeah,
Yeah, so he is like, I don't know.
he's a little from what I've read, he's a little troublemaker. He just goes around the universe,
Yeah.
stoking the fires of hate and rebellion, and then
Yeah. Indeed.
when shit hits the fan, he
Yeah.
he disappears. Like
Back
my
into-
work here is
back
done.
into the shadows.
Yeah, back to the shadows. So
Peter is actually saying a good thing. It is rumored that that it is the Lion's Blade. Nobody knows, but he actually never draws it in combat. But
So it's not
we'll get to
confirmed.
that. We'll get to that, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to this.
But starting with the Fallen. So fluffy wise, they're basically Dark Angels that have done some shit that's not that the Dark Angels themselves aren't really kosher with, and so they recognize them as Fallen. So actually, in the eyes of Dark Angels and pretty much everyone else, they're chaos. They're chaos.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why they're in the Codex, right?
Okay, and so now they're in the Chaos Codex. So looking at the stats we pulled up here, so a Fallen is 14 points.
Yep.
He's basically a Space Marine warrior, or now a Chaos Space Marine warrior.
He actually is 17 points now with the new 9th edition because these are 8th edition points.
Oh, I see. So the points are off, but still the same as a Chaos warrior, right? Yeah. So 70. Okay, so 70 points. So movement 6, which is standard for a Marine warrior.
Yep.
Web skill 3, ballistic skill 3, toughness 4, strength 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 8. So actually no, that's the same leadership. Leadership 8 and a 3-up save. And then there's a Fallen champion, which is basically the sergeant who has 1 more attack and a higher leadership.
So compare these to normal Chaos Space Marines. They have +1 attack and they have +1 leadership, and that's it. Because
For the same points.
Yeah, for the same points. Yeah.
Let's be fair. Oh no, but Steve, this is a rant. This is supposed to suck, not be better.
Yeah. What's this?
So what the
We're gonna get to that.
but the sucky side is, and they get lots of weapon options as well, but basically the same weapon options like a normal squad really has.
Yep.
So weapon options all the same. They start with bolt guns. They can switch to bolt guns for chain swords, which are going to be better now, which is interestingly, but we're not talking about that. So they can take a plasma pistol. They can take a special weapon. Actually, one of the dudes can take 2 lightning claws, which I don't think is standard for.
No. So they are more like elite, like they're more like veterans, like the Dark Angel veterans. They can actually take the.
So
same...
they actually have a bit more weapons options.
Yeah.
But not really anything to make them like super interesting, really.
And if you can read up to 4 fallen,
Yeah.
may choose one of the following options. So you can actually, so if you have a unit of 10, you can still just take 4 of these guys. So you cannot take.
But the catch, well, let's finish the rules. So they have Bolter Discipline. Okay, cool, that's cool. Like any Chaos Warrior or Space Marine Warrior. And they have Hateful Assault.
+1 attack.
Plus
when
1
you
attack
charge.
when they make so the Space Marine. And then they're Fallen Angels, which is basically the Dark Angel rule under a different name. So if they remain stationary, and if they do, they
reroll once.
They reroll once to hit.
Woo!
When shooting.
Woo!
And they can never lose more than 1 model from a failed morale result.
Woo!
Hell yeah! Fallen, baby!
Whoop-de-doo!
Yeah. I mean, it's nice.
Since it's secondly a Dark Angel, we did the Dark Angel thing was the math factor.
Yeah.
So we just do a math. Go math. So this is a math.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have. It's still for the same amount of points, being the equal amount of points to Chaos Warrior. It's an extra ability.
Yeah.
But it's the same ability, like, you know what this is when I talked in my Gasco rant about stuff being kind of bland and boring? This is the same stuff that they got from being a Dark Angel, and I would much rather like for it to be something different.
You give it a little fluffy.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because
reroll once and then change the morale to say just I'm freaking immune to morale. I don't give a shit.
Do some other stuff. Make them. I don't know. There's some other stuff.
There's one big thing though.
Yeah, there's a big catch.
The big catch is they are elite.
They are elite, and that's where they suck.
That's why they suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they are elites. Why? First of all, in the Chaos Codex, there's a lot of stuff in the elites department that any unit is competing for. They've got a lot of good stuff in the. Off the top of my head, obliterators. Off the top of my head, it's a bit hard.
Mutilators. Okay, so
mutilators. Actually, noise marines, which are very good. Possessed. Terminators, which are very good now as well.
Yeah, possessed.
Rubrics. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff in there.
The dreadnoughts.
Yeah, but most importantly, nobody ever runs Chaos Warriors. But at least, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but not a whole lot of people. Yeah, Chaos Space Marines. But at least Chaos Space Marines are troops, so you can fill troop slots.
They're OPSEC.
Get your CPs, and most importantly, they're OPSEC. These guys are not. These guys are elites, so do not have OPSEC. So they're basically just guys that think they're fancy
because they're
elites.
They're kind of like,
but they're not elite.
They're like the Raven Guard from the Chaos. They're the emos.
There's nothing elite about these guys. What's elite about these guys? We can take a plasma gun.
We can take two change the lightning claws.
That's right. We're here to avenge the fallen.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, dudes? Why are you in the elite department? At least make them troops, or not elites. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the worst thing is that they have a leader, and well, we'll see later on that his leader doesn't do shit for them.
No, they don't do shit for them. He's like leader of the fallen. We'll get to that in a second. So, but that's a big catch. There's just a bunch of basically Chaos Warriors in the elite slots who fancy themselves apparently, but don't do anything. They have standard weaponry. They have a few special weapons, but they're never gonna do anything for you.
Nope. The funny thing is though, they have a faction keyword Imperium. That's funny.
Oh yeah, that's over here. Yeah.
Actually, is very funny.
Okay, that's kind of funny. So actually Chaos and Imperium, but you can't take them in the Imperium.
Nope.
But they put it in there just to make them special. We're special. We're kind of Chaos, but not really. We're still kind of sorry. I don't know what the guys.
They have like a really They have an identity crisis.
Yeah.
And they
So-
don't even know it.
These guys suck. So let's go over to the leader then.
Yeah.
Like the big, the fallen guy himself, which is Cypher. So I read about him a bit. So Cypher's like this. We've talked about a little bit. He's like this shrouded in mystery guy. Cypher's actually a title. I've been told, and not so much like the dude's name is Cypher, because in the stories there have been multiple Cyphers. So it's more like. We are all Cypher. Cypher's like a sort of. If one Cypher falls, another comes along and
like
continues the legacy.
a little bit like an Alpha Legion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an Alpha Legion.
I am Alpharius. Well, I am Cypher. So he's supposed to be this dude shrouded in mystery. He carries around the sword, which is rumored to be the sword of Lionel Johnson, which that's pretty cool because any Primarch weapon is pretty potent and awesome, really. And he's this guy who goes around the guys. Nobody knows his motivations. He's a fallen guy, but it's not really clear that he's evil either. He does a lot of stuff like incite rebellions and stoke the flames of hatred, and so he stokes a lot of chaos. And he's this slippery guy. The Dark Angels are hunting him, but they can't really catch him because everywhere he goes, he's just too slippery, and he slips back into the shadows, and they can't catch him. And so he keeps around, and apparently he has this agenda. Nobody knows exactly what, but he's still around. He's trying to do something, but
So Peter actually, like, he is the lore master when it comes to Dark Angel. And
Okay.
he's teaching us now.
all right, he's teaching us a little.
The Cypher was the person in the Dark Angel Legion who kept all the secrets.
Yeah.
When a Marine became the Cypher, he gave up his own name. So that's why he's called the Cypher. So he's the guy who has all the secrets, and they want
all the
to.
secrets.
And that's why the Dark Angel want to catch him, because he has all the secrets.
So because he's alive, the Dark Angels currently don't have their own Cypher. Because he's alive, is that a thing?
Yeah,
let's
I
ask
think
Peter.
so. Yeah.
Here! We're gonna ask
Peter,
you,
tell
but-
us.
Yeah,
Tell us. Teach us.
But let's go into what he does. So he's 85 points. Don't know if that's still correct
Yeah,
under
it's
the
a little,
89th
he's a little bit
edition
more,
rules.
but
He's
95.
probably a bit more. So I mean, he has movement 7, so he's a bit faster than your average Marine.
It's
He has a,
shadows.
he's an HQ. No, he's an HQ, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can take him as an HQ for 85 points, bit more. Weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, so he's pretty accurate. He has strength 4, toughness 4. It's pretty basic. He's got 5 wounds, which is pretty basic for a Marine HQ. He's got 4 attacks, leadership 9, and 3 up save. So he's armed with 2 very special
Pistols.
pistols. So he's got Cypher's Bolt Pistol, which is a range 16, pistol 3, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. Which is better than your average pistol, but I mean, it's nothing really to be scared about.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's damage 1. It's
AP -1.
the only thing better basically is the range, I suppose, and the AP -1. It has no abilities other than that. So yeah, okay. Then there's Cypher's Plasma Pistol, which is a range 12, pistol 2, strength 8, so it's always overcharged without being overcharged.
Yep.
AP -3, damage 2 weapon. So it's got 2 shots. You can pop people 2 times. It's okay, I guess. It's not bad for a plasma pistol.
No, it's not. It's not bad.
But it's not a reason to take him.
No. It's funny that you cannot like
Overcharge it for even more damage.
Yeah. So you automatically overheat, but you don't die from it. So that's good.
Yeah, so it's always overeating, but you don't actually. But it's not overeating. It's just got the profile of an overeating plasma pistol.
Yeah.
Without being hot. Alright, so he's got a frag and crack grenade, nothing special there. And then he's got a bunch of abilities. So he's got bolter discipline which is useless on him. Because
he doesn't have any
he doesn't have a
bolters.
rapid fire weapon. He's got a pistol, so
Yeah,
useless.
whoop-a-doo.
Yeah, he doesn't have an ability to take any other weapons either. So they just gave it to him because across the board every unit got it.
Yep.
Right, and then he's got Hateful Assault for an extra attack whenever he gets charged or charges. So he can go up to 5 attacks. So then he's got a rule called Mysterious Protection.
Can we just skip a little? So he has +1 attack, so he has 5 attacks.
Yeah.
What does he do in combat?
He hits people with his fists or the back of
With
his pistols.
He doesn't do shit. He has like the biggest like the sword of swords.
Yeah.
Some are claim to be the sword of swords, and he's like, well,
So what?
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
One has to wonder, why do you have the sword if you're not going to use the sword? Is
Yeah.
it because he thinks he's not worthy, or?
I think he wants to impress the ladies.
Is he? It's just a prop. There's actually just a hilt, and there's no
Yeah.
blade on it or something.
There's nothing in there.
I don't know.
Like a phony.
Is he scared he'll lose it? I mean, what's the big deal here, Cypher? Why carry around the sword all that time and not use the sword? Like, if it's truly a Primarch weapon, then it should be pretty potent. And actually having 5 attacks with that weapon probably could do some damage.
Yeah.
I think if he was able to use the sword, people might actually consider him.
Yeah, because he would be like a smash captain.
Smash captain-y guy.
Like going so range. I'm just gonna kill everything.
Except not fast.
No, but
He can deep strike him, not off his own accord, really.
Nope.
He doesn't have any deep striking rules. He doesn't have a jump back.
which is also, well, let's say disappointing, because he can just do this in all stories. I'm here and I'm gone. I'm here.
He's like this shadowy figure. He should at least have some infiltrating or deep striking role, because he appears, right. He doesn't.
He
So-
used to have something like that.
Yeah. He's not like a frontline guy. He's like an intel special ops guy who appears in the back lines, does some shit, and disappears again.
Yep. So Peter adds to the fluff.
Okay.
The rank was lost when the Legion fractured after the heresy. Rumor has it that he will take the sword of the Emperor and use it to slay him, setting him free from his husk and create a new god in the war.
But I thought it was a Lionel Johnson sword.
No, but the rumor has it that he will take the sword of the Emperor
Off the Emperor.
and then kill him with it, so he would become
So
a
his
god.
his plan is actually, that would actually be like a pro Imperium. He's actually pro Imperium, because releasing the Emperor from his mortal husk means because if you read the fluff, the Emperor there's a secret cabal type
Yeah.
group in the lore 40k, which are also bent on actually helping the Emperor reincarnate, and a part of that plan is actually to kill him.
Yeah, but he needs to die to reincarnate.
He needs to die to be able to reincarnate.
Not be.
So people are probably thinking, okay, either he wants to assassinate the Emperor because he's chaos, or he wants to assassinate the Emperor so he can reincarnate.
Nobody knows his plans. But
Anyway,
what Peter also says is he doesn't disappear when he wants to. He is protected by a mysterious unknown power.
Yeah, that's here. Mysterious protection. Whee! So, going into the more special rules. So, Cypher has a 4-up invul. In addition, if he is slain on a 2-up, he is slain, but he doesn't count as slain. So, you remove him, but he probably mysteriously disappears. So, that's probably the sword protecting him or something?
That could actually be something that is good for secondary missions. Actually.
Yeah, if you're trying to kill characters.
Yeah, you say, okay, well, on a 2+, you don't kill the
Yeah,
character.
well, I mean, you're...
I'm just trying to put...
Yeah, you're trying to save him a little.
Yeah.
Because he's a cool character, but he's shit on the board.
Yeah.
So he's also Lord Cypher, which means you can reroll. So he actually said he doesn't do jack for fallen units, but that's not true, sir.
Yeah, but the fallen
Fact checked, because you can reroll hit rolls of 1 made by friendly fallen units if you're within 6 inches of Cypher.
Woo!
But hold on, don't they already do that themselves if they remain stationary?
Yeah, so...
But now they can walk around and still do it.
Woo!
If Cypher's there, they're on the move,
on
buddy.
all their plasma pistols.
They're coming for
on
you.
all their plasma
Yeah,
pistols.
yeah. Pachoo-pcha. Really, so blazing weapon. So he can use his pistols in the shooting phase even if he advanced or fell back. That's okay, but I mean the pistols aren't going to win you the game.
It's funny.
It's funny, yeah. He's like this pistol wielding.
But the funny thing
He
is
probably
that,
holds them like this.
But
No.
yeah, he's gangster.
He's gangster like that.
Cypher.
Yeah.
There's actually a rap an old school rap battle. So it's a Cypher where rappers freestyle,
Okay.
and it's actually very good.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little
Tidbit of information right there.
from
That's why he.
from the black,
So
from the black image.
from the underhood.
Yeah.
Alright. He's
So
also.
the funny thing is when you're in combat, you can actually already shoot your pistols.
Yeah, you can shoot your pistols, but now if he falls back, he can do it as well.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh
He's
my
next
God,
level, baby.
Oh my
He's
god!
next level. He's coming for you. After he walks out of combat, he's going to shoot you in the face.
And now he's going to be the most epic one of them all. The rules.
Yeah. No one's puppet. I'm no one's puppet. Somebody probably said that to him. You're my puppet, Cypher. I'm no one's puppet. And then he summoned demons because Cypher cannot use the demonic ritual ability, even though he has the chaos and so actually the first time I read it, like he could, but he can't.
No, he can't.
I'm not your puppet. He's
I
like
cannot
Cypher.
Summon demons.
No, I'm not your puppet. I do whatever I want.
Fuck off.
I'm only not summoning demons because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they made sure he couldn't. So, but what's funny? Probably somebody tried. That's what I'm thinking. Probably someone in the game tried. They went like, well, this
Does
the
not say
book
you
says
cannot.
characters can summon a ritual, and Noah says he can. So he probably made Cypher summon some demons. No.
There was actually a trick before there was an FAQ that you could use Siphon because he has the Imperium keyword.
Yeah.
You could use Cypher and then take 4 assassins because you had
Yeah.
because the assassins you need to have them in an Imperium
Yeah.
detachment. So then he would be the Imperium detachment. So you had Cypher and 4 assassins in
Yeah.
a Chaos army.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that was gimmicky.
yeah, that was gimmicky but useless. No, well, that's
So
not so useless.
the funny thing is, if you look at the model, it's one of the most.
It's a cool model.
It's a
dude.
very cool model. It's actually rather big.
He's got a nice pose.
It's got a nice pose. You can actually see the sword very well. It has a good feel.
Yeah.
And then when you think, okay, I'm gonna play this, it's like.
I mean, so let's do a little. Let's be a little analytical. So he's in the HQ slots. HQs for there are again a lot of good HQ slots for for Chaos.
Yeah.
You can make Blender Lords for Chaos Lords. You've got
Demon Princes.
Demon Princes. You've got your Sorcerers.
Your Disco Lords.
Your Disco Lords. Oh man, you got a lot of stuff in there, dude. That you want in there that's actually good and has a lot of utility. Cypher has no utility. He doesn't really do anything. He walks around. He has some pistols that are not going to really do a lot. He has abilities that synergize with fallen units, but you're not going to take the fallen units because they're shit. And so you're not going to take Lord Cypher.
So what they should do is make a fallen codex.
Like with Cypher and the Fallen. That's it. That's all there is.
and then this make a book with all the fluff and then those 2 data sheets.
Yeah, if you're suffering from too many choice stress,
the
the Fallen Codex is for you, man. It's Cypher and his Fallen buddies.
Yep. And then the funny thing is that you could take Fallen as Devastators, Fallen as North.
Yeah, Fallen is in
so-
every slot.
Fallen Devastators.
Yeah.
Fallen
Yeah.
Assault.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But they're the same unit, like the same Fallen unit.
Yeah, Assault
but they're in all
Fallen.
slots. They just call themselves Devastators.
But they don't have any.
Oh, man, they're coming for you. They've got a bunch of bolters and 1 plasma gun, dude. Watch it.
They're devastating the shit out of you.
And then Cypher's going, run and shoot as well.
Yeah. Okay, so the funny thing is that there is indeed no single use for him in an army.
No whatsoever.
No.
No.
So. Yeah.
That was it. End of the end of conclusion.
And there was like a rant, and then at the end was like, yeah, it just makes me sad. Doesn't make you?
Yeah,
You
well,
don't
doesn't-
use him, so
Yeah, because he's shit.
I
And
have
he,
him.
but so he's got a cool model, he's got cool rules, but he's just shit on the board. So it's a tragedy, really, because there's so much like missed potential for him.
Yep.
And you can do some real cool stuff probably if you're creative about it.
Yeah, just say if you shoot someone with the plasma pistol, he has -1 hit because he's blinded because of the I don't know,
Yeah,
something
Whatever,
or
dude. Make him use the sword for all I care. Give him some awesome shit. But he's like this sort of like, we don't really know what to do with Cypher and the Fallen, so we'll just put him in the Chaos Codex by that, and then
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so let's just keep it at mediocre.
Yeah, meh at best. Now it was just complete shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was our rant. Let's go back to the main screen for a second.
Terrain coming over.
Oh, some boxes coming.